Hello, everyone watching us. It's me, your host, Ujingo Frank, aka Bible Man. So we are welcoming you today at the Destin Talk Show, hosted here at Rezlife Church, Lubowa, and our senior pastor, Mwalimu David Chambade, welcomes you so much. He sends his greetings. And with me today in the studio, I'm having a beautiful lady here and this dripping man here. So I want to give them just a few seconds to introduce themselves and then we shall kick off.
Hi, my name is Wafla Calvin, and I'm very glad and appreciating those guys of Rezlife Church that have hosted me. I'm very grateful to be here at the Disney Talk Show.
Let's cross over to this side.
Hi, my name is Mirembe Karen. Yeah, I'm very honored to be here right now on this show.
Wow. This is Mirembe Karen and this is Wafula Calvin, aka Cephas Calvin. Yeah, so today we are going to talk about a certain topic and probably these guys could be knowing it. Do you know what we are going to talk about?
Well, I'm not very sure, but I think it's something concerning relationships.
You think it's something that is concerning with relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Karen, what do you think that we are going to talk about?
I think the same as...
You think the same as him? How about if both of you are wrong?
We live with it.
Then we live with it. Wow. So he guessed right. Today we are going to talk about relationships. And we are having a question today. You can give us your comments where you're watching from. Give in your thought about this. And today this is what we are going to talk about. Today we have a pending question. Are school relationships okay? There is a question mark there. School relationships, we mean both campus, high school, primary relationships. Any relationship that is to do with school. Are you still at campus? Are you still in high school? Are you still in primo? And you're having this question, is it okay for you to date? This is a question we are having today. So I'm having my two guests today. They are going to give us their ideas about this. The Bible talks about the Virgin Mary who was visited by an angel, and because she was so innocent and she was a virgin, engaged to a certain guy, so he got a chance to give birth to the Messiah. I want to hear whether Calvin is in support of the motion that the topic we are having today, if relationships are okay. If he's in support with it, he will give us his idea. So Calvin, according to you, you may use a biblical reference. It may not be a biblical reference, but according to your understanding and your perspective of seeing these things, let someone there know, is it okay for you to date in high school, campus, primary, any level, as long as it's a scholastic level? Is it okay?
Well, sometimes the relationships depend on the mindset of the person. Someone might be mature enough to handle a relationship. Now you're going to find a boy and a girl in a relationship. Why? Because they're mature enough and they're ready to express a relationship. You talked earlier about the Virgin Mary, but the Virgin Mary and Joseph were having a relationship. Well, the Bible doesn't go far, but maybe they started young, because all the best relationships start when you're young. So me, I think, yeah, dating in high school, college, and primo is very fine, because someone is going to come from down when they're naturally in their relationship, and there's nothing as sweet as a young relationship. You know, there's a way that young couple makes you to want to love. It just gives you that vibe. Yeah, love is good. Yeah, man, those guys are good. You see, because when you're young, you guys get to know your mistakes, and you guys get to grow up knowing this one likes this one doesn't like this. So by the time you reach maybe marriage and stuff like that, you guys have studied yourselves long enough, and those relationships usually last. Plus, the Bible also says you can never walk alone. And to show that you can never walk alone, Adam and Eve, like Adam, God gave Adam a wife. He gave him a female to just take care of him, to aid him,
a companion.
Yeah, so relationships are good, guys. But some of us there start saying that, wow, relationships are bad, I won't focus in school. But guys, if you really look into it, you only go into something when your mind is prepared for it. You just don't crash onto something, but your mind has to be prepared for it. You have to be able to go into something. You have to enhance your heart into something. And for relationships, the other way they give you a strong balance. They make you stand tall. Those guys who usually say that, man, relationships are bad when you're still young. If you look very well, they're the ones who make up the biggest percentage of singles. Why? Because they failed to start something when they're young. Now, when they are old, they put in their pride and other stuff. They put in their feminism. They think that being an emancipated woman gives you the rights to look down on your man, gives you the right to do this. And then you go into a relationship when you're expecting something that you did not nurture. So it doesn't have a root where it came from, but a young relationship and a young couple have the roots where they came from. And those roots, the more they go deeper, the more the tree can stand. So yeah, relationships when you're still young in school and other stuff, I think they are kawa. That's my opinion.
Wow. Thank you, Calvin. So now, Calvin, you posed 2 nice points, and the first you gave us an example of the Bible talking of people that two, like one can't walk alone. That person needs a companion.
That's
so
true.
Calvin, you're like in a relationship, you must get into it when you're ready. So specifically, how ready do you want someone watching us to be, or how ready do you want Karen to be? Do you want her to be so ready that she will even give in for sex? Yet the Bible is against fornication. How ready do you think we should be about it?
Now, that's a problem with most teenagers. They don't understand the difference between a teenage infatuation and a true relationship. Most of them think being in a relationship, you have to get sex, you have to have a sexual source that keeps your relationship in forward. But those sexual causes, they are the way they divert off our main point. Someone is going to reach a point where he's going to see that sex no longer satisfies him and the relationship is going to break. But a true person and a mature person, just as I said, to be in a relationship, you have to be mature enough and ready for it. Now, someone who's mature and ready for it is going to be able to tell that I'm not all into her because of sex, but I'm into her maybe because of her mind, the way she speaks, the way she walks, her eyes, just the way she moves me when she's doing something, just a company she gives me. And that is going to be able enough to keep into a relationship. You might even take some time before you have sex, because to have sex in a relationship, you have to be ready for it. You're not going to just collide into it. Sex is something done by 2 people. Yeah. If one is not ready for it, that's rape. Okay. That's rape in short.
Yeah, so what I want you to clarify about, at what level can it be at campus when these people can have sex? Because someone can come from a rich family and you see that it's like as if they are ready financially. Someone can be at campus form 6, but when the parents are so well off to support these people in case the girl becomes pregnant. But that is not the kind of being prepared I think Mr. Cephas is talking about. The Bible is against fornication. You must be ready for sex not only when you're financially stable, but also in marriage. And clarifying on what she's telling us. And also, relationships, it's a thing that you're not going to go in just as a matter of financial support, just a matter of companionship. The Bible says that as Adam woke up, he knew that Eve was the exactly person that the Lord had purposed for him. So you must get at that place of knowing that this is the right person. Cephas is the right person that God has made for me. That's if you're a girl. Karen is the right person that God has made for me. It's not about being ready financially. It's not about being ready seriousness-wise. All of them are good, yes, but the biblical content and the spiritual awareness. Wow, thank you, Calvin. I've had some brilliant points from you. But there is a beautiful lady here who is quiet. Karen, in which class are you?
I'm in Form 6.
You're in Form 6. Actually, me, I thought at first that you're even a campuser. But anyways, that's where you're getting to. So, Karen, in Form 6, below Form 6, above Form 6, at campus, any level, as long as it's still in school, give us your view. Is it fine? Is it not okay for someone to date? What do you think about this?
I feel like it's not okay
You feel like it's not okay?
to date when you're in high school or university or in primary. Yeah.
And as this man supported his point, can you please elaborate more? You think that it's not okay for someone to date in high school, in primary, in campus? What do you say, or what point do you give to this person that because of this you shouldn't date? Because of this, don't date. Because of the finances, because of the spiritual maturity that you're having, don't date. Anything. What's the reason for this person watching you not to date?
The reason I give to the people watching me right now is that you can easily get distracted, lose concentration in your books, get bad grades because of that boy or that girl you're dating. And when you're dating this person, you'll be thinking about them. Your brain can be divided on education and the boy or the girl you're dating.
Yeah. So you see your attention being divided when you get into a relationship.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Karen. So actually, most of us are victims. I, for one, have ever dated a girl in high school called Kutesa. Yeah, this girl, the moment I dated her, she divided all my attention. Actually, I was meant to get 8 in 8, but I found myself with 13. Yeah, I've just recalled the 13 I got. But if it wasn't for Kutesa, to be honest, I would have scored an 8 in 8. Actually, she has a point. Some of you may be so stable academically that you can balance up these things. But as for me, it wasn't so easy for me to date Kutesa at the same time concentrate on my academics. I dated her, and when Cantab came back, man, I had gotten 13, and my parents were so disappointed in me. And the Bible talks about that there is time for everything. Time to date and time not to date. So, what do you think about this scripture? Do you think that in campus that scripture can be fulfilled, that there is a time to date?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it can be fulfilled, but there's also a level where you see that some things really do not apply to some of us, because you're going to tell a person there's time for this and time for that, and someone is going to delegate their whole life to his future of money and hard work. And when he's going to reach into a relationship, you're going to find that person is cheating, that person is doing other things. Why? Because he cannot get the satisfaction at home because he's always at work, and that person is going to get other distractions at work, maybe another lady that's going to distract them.
Yeah.
So rather, for me, what I think is, there's a post I read online about some guy who met his soulmate in kindergarten. So
in kindergarten?
Yeah, in kindergarten. They met in kindergarten. They moved on, and they got married. And their relationship, they are celebrating a 50-year anniversary. Those are roots.
How old were these guys by the time they found themselves?
Well, these guys were really young, but they didn't start on that level of
dating,
sex, and what they say on a relationship of friends.
So they started dating in kindergarten.
Well, yeah, some parents are modernized nowadays. They encourage their kids because they know some things like this usually distract their kids. Most parents think they're talking about this usually is a bad thing and their children are going to divert off the right course. But that's not the case, because the more you expose your kid to this, the more they are going to understand. But the more you're going to keep the kid in the shadow, the kid is going to want to find out, how does this feel? How does the sex feel? How does having a boyfriend feel? How does this feel? And they're going to end up diverting off the right course and being distracted, like how she said. But in a relationship, if the kid is already exposed, that kid is going to stay on the right track, and you won't find them balancing everything. So yeah, that's why for me I say my point is right.
Okay. Thank you.
Relationships are kawa.
Yeah. So, Karen, the Bible talks of that there is time for everything. And according to you, you don't support dating in school.
Yeah, I don't.
So when do you think that there is that time for you to date? Are you going to date a guy that you're going to marry when you're done with campus? How long is it going to take for you to get to study this guy, to court him, and then after get married to him? How long do you think it's going to take you?
I feel like we can date like after university. We can have like a year, because by the time people finish university, they are like 21, 22, not rushing to get married at a young age.
Right.
Between that time after school and you are busy looking for a job, getting your things straight, you can get a guy you date until the time for marriage, which is, it can be in courtship for a while. Like at 30, you'd be like, at 30, I'm ready to. At 30, I want to marry. By 21 to 30, you have enough time to be together and to think about marriage. But at school, I feel like it's not okay.
Yeah, you feel like it's not okay. Yeah. Okay. By the way, as she said, please give it time. You may get someone that you see that this person indeed is so beautiful. This person is so handsome. You feel like this person, the way he or she is hitting you or hitting at you is the best way. But it's not about the way you are being hit about. It's not about the way this man is supporting you financially. No. It's all about God showing you the right person. How will God show you the right person? The right person, when that person comes to you, you will know the person. Because Adam just saw Eve, and at that moment there and then, he declared that this is the flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, because he knew that Eve had been gotten out of him. So actually I thought that when I was in Form 3, because I loved this Kutesa so much, and then as I had Kutesa, Vanessa was also there. I saw them, I dated them, I thought that they were the best companions for me. But I've come to realize, when they were gold digging me, later I came to realize that indeed they weren't the right ones for me. So you just have to give it time. It's not all about rushing. It's not all about money, that this person is supporting me financially, let me go in for this person. He may be not so stable enough financial wise, but having the right destiny for you. As our talk show, we are the Destiny Talk Show, getting you into your destiny. Don't date that your friends are telling you, date him. It's not that. Don't date because you're seeing him with good swag, you're seeing him dripping the best way. Don't go in for that. And as we are coming to an end, Calvin is going to give us his last remarks. Is he still seeing it fine to date in school?
Well,
and if it's fine to date in school, please give us the precautions briefly. Give us the tactics. How can we date in school and not mess up at the same time? How can we date, or how can a Richard watching you there date a Nada without expecting anything like sex, without expecting anything like a kiss, but looking at a visionary marriage? So give us the precautions as you support it.
Well, host, for me, I still think relationships are kawa, just like how I just told you. You know, it depends on the maturity of a person. Now, you gave your example, and not that I'm judging you, but I see that as if you had a fluctuation. You just like both the girls because they had maybe the sex or the tits, something like that.
No, it wasn't about sex.
As for me, I think in my relationship career, I think I've dated 1 to 4 girls, and each of them I give them their time. We get to know each other. But the last one I dated, we dated for 2 months, and I checked her, not just because she was ugly or because she had given me the sex I wanted, but because I saw she never had the maturity I wanted, and I saw I was wasting my time and I was going to break her heart for no good reason. So in a relationship, it depends what you want from a person. If you want the sex, you chill it because you're going to be breaking someone's heart. But if you want the true love and you're ready to wait and pass through all the careers with this person and give them the support they need until their goal reaches, the sex will come in later. Just as I said, I'm not convincing you guys to go out and fornicate. I'm convincing you guys to find something that's going to anchor you so that you can control your emotions, because the sex is all about emotions. Someone is not going to be able to control their emotions because of their young and immature mind, and they're going to crash into emotions, and those emotions are going to lead to sex. So what I think is, if you're not ready for sex, don't get into it. Have a mature mind and be ready for it. And if you're truly ready for it, ask yourself this: what do I want from this girl? Is it sex?
Wow.
I chill. Is it love? I continue. So yeah, relationships are current in school.
Yeah, thank you, Calvin. Man, I wish everyone dating in school has an idea like you. Not just to entangle with someone, but go in for the one with a purpose. I said to this beautiful lady, Karen, there is someone who is eagerly waiting for the right person. But please give these people the precautions, what to follow, because people are dating out of peer pressure. Some are still single, but they're having that pressure being put on them that you're beautiful, you don't have a guy, guys are going to run out of you. So give these people that advice as they wait. What should they do?
The advice I give to the person behind those screens watching us right now is that they should keep on waiting. The right guy is here, and they should keep on praying for God to show them the right person, because everything works with prayer. There's nothing that can go wrong when you pray. So let them keep on praying and look for the right, and they'll find the right person. I know everyone has an Adam, because God created Adam and Eve. Everyone has their Adam there waiting for them.
Wow. Karen has told us that everyone has an Adam, everyone has an Eve who was created for you and is out there waiting for you. Thanks for watching us today, and please hope you take everything not only to heart but meditate about this. Invite your friends to like us, invite your friends to watch, share this please, and you can join our online prayers at Rezlife Ministries Lubowa on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel Rezlife Church Lubowa. Please go subscribe, like and share. Follow us please. Every Sunday we are always live, and every Wednesday we are always live, and every Monday don't forget that Destiny Talk Show. We shall be right on your lens. Stay focused, stay tuned, and wait for the right one. May God bless you.